So since 2019, I've made millions of dollars in profit flipping vacant land all across America. And in this video, I'm going to explain what I would do if I had to start over from zero right now. And just to be clear, what I'm going to cover here has been used by 600 plus other people that have gone through our coaching program. So I know this stuff works. So if we're starting over and we have very little resources, the first thing that we need to do is first we need to realize that there are tens of thousands of people at any given time in America that own land that want to get rid of it and they want to sell it at a discount because they want to sell it quickly. Now, if we're just getting started, our job is just to figure out how to get in contact with them. The cheapest and most affordable way to do this is by picking up the phone and calling people. And we actually have people inside of our Leah community you can see right here that are already locking up deals and making money just by picking up the phone, following our cold calling process, following our script, and getting deals. So that's what I would start with. Now, in terms of what kind of land we go after, inside of Leah, we teach what's called a mid-market land flipping model. We look for high demand markets that have the right levels of supply. These are typically rural markets with rural lands. And in these markets, we're typically pursuing properties between $25,000 and $250,000. That's the middle of the market, okay? There's the most buyers, they're easy to sell. We can use outside funding for those deals. Now you might be saying, how do I find this information? You can use Land Insights. You can make a free account. And that's going to be the back end of really everything you do in this business. Because this is a tools and data business. We need tools to select our market. We need tools to export our data. We need tools to comp our deals. We need tools to find our realtors. It requires software. So that's the tool that we're going to use. Now, once we find a motivated property owner, we're going to make them an offer somewhere between 30 and 60 cents on the dollar, depending on the property and depending on their situation. Now, you can go to this link here and get our purchase agreement for free. That's the purchase agreement we're going to use to contract the deal. Now, once we have that deal contracted, we're going to go into our Discord. It's free. You're going to go into the partner opportunity section and say, I have a deal that needs funding. And this is the cool part. Even if you don't have the capital to fund that deal, we've got hundreds of funders that will fund that deal for you where you don't have to put $1 of your own money into it. Then again, we're going to use Land Insights to select our realtor. We're going to find the strongest agent in that market. They're going to list the property. Inside of Land Insights, we're going to use the instant drone photo feature. We're going to use the deal flow feature, a bunch of features that essentially allow us to sell the deal really, really fast. Right now, our average deal takes 21.75 days to flip. Then you're going to find a buyer, deal's going to sell, you're going to close through title, you're going to get your proceeds, the funder's going to get proceeds, you'll probably make 10 to 20 grand on that deal, and then you just rinse and repeat.